Welcome to the TLDR channel. Every week we dive deep into different Reddit threads to bring you the best and worst Reddit has to offer. Oh, I gotta find the intro. Welcome to another episode of the Life Discussion and Reddit channel, where we talk about life and explore all things Reddit. I'm your host, Annie. Let's jump right in. And I have my Gachit.
Hello.
Hello. How do we introduce you?
I don't know. Let's just start with the first one.
Okay, let's jump right in. Am I the asshole for refusing to stop living my life for my kids?
You didn't read today's topic.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Come on, format.
Okay. True. Okay, so today's topic is, am I the asshole? Family values. Title. Am I the asshole for refusing to live my life for my kids? Oh, wait. Am I the asshole for refusing to stop living my life for my kids?
When do you get this?
We'll get this down.
Alright.
Okay.
Here it is. I got divorced a year ago. It was the best decision I ever made. I basically am a maid for the family. I think she means. It was awful, hello Coco. Not to mention, was working at the same time. Overall, it has been rough for the kids, and the youngest being 14, the oldest being 17. They're doing well overall, and we basically have 50-50 split custody. It's wonderful to have days off, so much new free time when they are not home, so I've been able to explore new hobbies. I joined a models club. You build models and show them off. We met once a month to show off our creations. I love it. My 17-year-old messed up this week, volunteered for a bake sale, didn't tell me, and forgot to make cupcakes. I was about to leave for my meeting last night and he was panicking about not having it done. He asked me if I could do it, and I told him no since I was leaving. He was also leaving to hang out with his friend. This morning cupcakes were not made since I wasn't doing it. We got into a huge fight about me not helping him out. I wasn't putting my life on hold for a simple mistake he did. He left for his father's, and my ex also got in an argument with me and called me a jerk. Thank you for all the feedback. Oh, yeah, that was the thing. That was the comment, and they edited the post, which
Oh, okay.
I didn't see. So that was it.
That was it? Okay.
What do you think?
What do I think? Why do I go first? I don't think is OP the ex-wife, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, most of the time there is going to be a lot of women who put themselves last for a really long time, and then they finally start putting themselves first after like many years of potentially losing themselves. So I would say not the asshole for me, just because I think that his poor management skills shouldn't translate to her having to reschedule.
Well, you're biased and wrong. I'm kidding. Keep going.
I was like, am I a little lenient towards my ladies? Perhaps.
Okay.
I was like, wait, is this a man? He should have stayed home and helped. He should have stayed home in the kitchen where he belongs.
So I get the framing. She's trying to frame that she has freedom, and I do think it's nice that she has these designated times. And I'm assuming your kids know it. You know, the boy's 17, her son, the oldest, is 17. And,
He's pretty old.
He's pretty.
To be, yeah.
They're probably pretty independent. He signed up for a bake sale, forgot to tell his mom, and wanted her to do it while he was going to go hang out with his friend. So normally, I would have been like, hey, just help your son out and bake. But since he's going off to hang out with his friend, then I would say not the asshole. That's the main reason I don't think she's the asshole. Because while she did have a designated, activity that she enjoys doing, which is good. Everyone should have something they like doing. And her kids
hobbies.
are old enough that they probably don't want to hang out all the time. So I think it's good. And then she has this designated once a month that, is good for her.
Mhm.
Now, if the child is home, staying by themselves, trying to figure out how to bake cupcakes, then I would be like, hey, I would say it's partially both of you are the asshole, but since he is going to hang out with his friend instead of addressing the issue, then I would say not an asshole. And I mean, it's a good lesson in being responsible, especially for something minor. He just looks like a dummy.
Yeah.
In the fight with the husband, yeah, I mean, obviously the divorce ended not the greatest, so there was going to be a little negative feedback coming that way. So I don't think the main reason I don't think the asshole is because the child went to hang out with a friend or the teenager. So otherwise, I
Oh,
would
the
say,
kid went.
yeah, I told you.
Oh,
To friends the night before they were supposed to do it on the night. Do you even listen to the story?
No, I did, but I. Okay, so I interpreted it as he was like baking, like he's
No. He didn't stay home. I'm saying if he did stay home,
okay.
I would be like, you're kind of a little bit of an asshole. It's not on you, but you could help him out. It's not that big a deal. But since he went to go to hang out with his friend, that's why I say not the asshole. Because he went to go hang out with his friend instead of just taking responsibility and just baking some stuff. You could even go buy cupcakes, in all honesty. No one really cares.
True.
No one cares. It's high school. Alright, get over it. Alright, let's do the top comment.
Okay.
Top comment says, not the asshole. It's not your fault he volunteered himself to make cupcakes, forgot to inform you, neglected to make cupcakes, and then chose to hang out with his friend, which is basically what I said.
Yes.
When he could have canceled and made the cupcakes, your son needs to learn how to prioritize his responsibilities and learn neglecting this responsibility as a consequence. So pretty much, not very controversial, pretty much what I said.
Yeah.
Controversial comment, I'm not saying she should make the cupcakes, but I'm sensing the attitude of I'm living my life and you are a burden to my newfound freedom and having something to do with the reactions. So this one I kind of agree with as well, because she's all like...
What? Why?
Because she's all like, I don't have any me time, this is my one thing, I don't care if he...
okay, but you need background, you need like...
I know, but the way she phrases it, she's kind of like a little...
Yeah.
She sounds like... I don't want to say entitled. It's not entitled. It's
I think she's putting up like healthy boundaries, is what it is.
I don't think
because most of the time, like the mom or like the wife will put her needs in last, like I said in the beginning of this. So I think she's just setting healthy boundaries to where.
Okay, so here's the line that makes me kind of agree. Okay, here it is.
Okay.
This is my one line that I didn't like. I wasn't putting my life on hold for a simple mistake he did. So that's kind of like, it sounds selfish.
It could be the phrasing.
Yeah, so it's fine that you enjoy something.
Yes.
But, it's not... Your child is part of your life. Your life's not on hold when you're helping them learn the lesson.
Yeah.
However, if she would have just rephrased it and been like, they knew beforehand, and this means a lot to me, so I just wanted to do it, and I really wish if he would have stayed home and asked me, and I would have stayed home with him, then I would have done it. So you could easily rephrase it, but she just phrased it in a bad way that kind of made her sound like not the good mom.
Yeah.
But nice.
Okay, I can see where the phrasing kind of comes into play with it, but I just want to say it was like bad phrasing on that part, because even I'm like, that sentence is a little off. Because she could have said, I had these plans prior, but then again, like, tone police here.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say anything on that part.
There's an additional comment that is exceedingly long. You want me to read it?
Yes.
Okay. So I think everyone's the asshole. I think that's what EH means. Your son is 17, so he should be responsible enough to bake his own cupcakes.
Mm-hmm.
Also, to problem solve, and if he needs to miss out on hanging out with his friends once to make the cupcakes so he can meet meet his promises.
Yeah.
However, only being 17, you should have helped him problem solve and encourage him to take sensible responsibility actions or baking the cupcakes. I don't know how you usually parent, but if he is used to his parents swooping in and carrying his slack, then you have not prepared him to be able to make his right choices or take responsibility. Perhaps it would be beneficial for you and your ex to discuss slowly giving your children more responsibility and setting standards, especially as they are teenagers. You should want to raise your son into a responsible young man and prioritize that and over complaining about you living your life. Oh, as a teen, hormones are raging. Small things can seem like life or death. At your age, one model meetings should not seem like entire life dependence. I understand that this may be an emotional time for you, but you did overreact and seem to be using this one incident to represent much bigger personal issues you're dealing with. As an adult, you need to try to limit this, and when you do overreact, after the fire has settled, apologize to the child and discuss your issue calmly. Your framing also suggests that you are emotionally prioritizing your own fun over your son, when in reality, you are trying to help him be self-sufficient. Your wording also makes it sound like you do not view your son as part of your life, which would be hurtful to your children as well as being factually incorrect. So they kind of cover this as well. So he makes a lot of good points that I agree with. Like, this is a good lesson learned. You should, and I think he's coming at the phrasing is like that thing we talked about earlier about this being her life. It sounds very selfish. Like, and I get it. It's important to have your own things as an adult, even if you have kids, because your kids don't want to hang out with you all the time. It's just fact. So doing your own thing, that's fine. But like, if your child is looking for guidance, you can still, you gotta drop things sometimes. And children are so selfish. They don't even understand what that word means as a child. Because I remember, and this is my experience. It was always about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I doing later? Am I hanging out with my friends later? Never about like how my mom felt or if my mom wanted to hang out with me. Never crossed my mind. Yeah. And I'm sure they wanted to hang out with me more than I ever wanted to hang out with them. I'm sure. My poor dad always wants to hang out with me when I was a teenager, and I had zero interest in hanging out with him.
He told me he was like crying one time.
All right, don't get into it.
Okay. But
I this comment really phrases it in a good light.
It was long, but it was a good one.
Yeah, no, I agree with almost everything we said. There's nothing to say that the child isn't self-sufficient, but them relying on her to do something last minute may be an indicator that they rely on the parent a little too much. Like, have some independence. It's a freaking cupcake. You can buy them from the store and just fill them in a dumb sheet. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have to be good. It's just, you're in high school. Who cares? Yeah. Well, I guess the kid probably does. But yeah. Alright.
We can't say that.
That's alright. It's past.
I don't want to edit this out.
No, it's past the first minute. Wait, what's the first minute you can't swear? It was whispered, they probably can't. Algorithm.
No, I don't want to edit that out.
Yeah, that YouTube algorithm. You can't hear that. All right. Let's go on to the next one. Read the next title.
Okay. So wait. I didn't save that.
I'll read the next title.
Yeah, I didn't save that.
I'll read the next title.
Okay, good.
Am I the asshole for saying no to my mother-in-law?
This is his story.
I don't know what TLDR stands for, but...
That's literally the name of our podcast.
Oh. Hey! I don't know acronyms. She called my husband out of the blue yesterday, mother-in-law. A Tuesday, apparently, very important information, Tuesday evening, and said she's decided to come visit us this week. This Sunday, I'm picking up my nephew who will be staying with us for 9 days. The trip has been planned for 8 months. This is our only weekend off this month, and she's driving 16 hours one way to spend the 2 days with us. I said, hell no, my husband is conflicted. She said, you have to choose. What? Full story, I don't like my mother-in-law. When I first met her, it was to go to an important holiday dinner hosted by my husband, then boyfriend's extended family. She met us at the hotel and met me before we went, but took my husband aside and said I needed to change clothes because I looked like a fool. I cried. My husband said we weren't going anymore and we told his mom to leave. We made up later. As my husband and I dated, I learned more about his relationship with her. They didn't talk often before me or since. He went to visit her one time. Sorry, I clicked on the thing and it messed up. Flash forward and he hasn't seen her for a while. For whatever reason, they never coordinated a time for her to visit, or we always had some excuse. Finally, she called my husband and said she's coming this weekend to visit. I immediately say no, and my husband tells me I tell him that my nephew will be in Sunday morning and she will drive 16 hours one way. He hesitates but agrees and tells his mom it can't be this week. Pick another time. His mom guilts him, says there's always some excuse and that I don't like her. She says she feels like she doesn't come see him right now. She may never see him again. What? Then took my husband's aside and so he decides to let her come. Man, I'm really doing terrible at this. So he decided to let her come with some conditions of not seeing the house and not seeing me. I respect his choice, but I'm still mad because regardless of the relationship and the repair they need, he still let her come out last minute and stay 2 days before I had company for a week. I'm mad he doesn't see that as impolite and selfish. We fought and he said she was right. I do have to choose. This sucks. Am I the asshole? I feel like this one's not that controversial.
You go first this time because mine is pretty easy.
Well, obviously she's not the asshole here.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like this Sunday. It doesn't really say when she plans on showing up.
I mean,
it just sounds like she doesn't want her mom to show up and, take up their time before the nephew comes, I guess. Yeah. Which I'm not really sure.
Well, it takes a lot of prepping. You have to clean, you have to do laundry and sanitize, like all that good stuff. I'm sure there's other stuff. I just haven't hosted people. But what I really didn't like is that the mom just guilted him into it.
Yeah.
It's very manipulative.
I agree. It doesn't really say, because it says this week, but she's only picking up her nephew on Sunday. Mm-hmm. So I'm not really sure if there's conflicting, timelines for their, for their trips. But I would say not the asshole generally. But there's nothing wrong with the mother. The mother-in-law obviously wants to see her son really badly.
Her precious boy.
They've had a bad relationship. You gotta give her benefit of the doubt, alright?
I'm gonna do it.
I'm just saying, being nice is important. But yeah, I mean, we don't know the past history. They haven't.
She called her a
harlot.
Called her a little harlot.
Harlot.
From the jump. That's the first impression.
I mean,
I'm sure, it only progressed from there.
Who knows? We may never know. I mean, this one's pretty easy. I should probably read these before we read them so that we know if they're controversial or not.
Well, that's the whole point. We get to react.
That's true.
I pick one, you pick one.
That's true. I didn't pick a good one. I should have read it.
Yeah. You cannot. I don't read mine.
Get it?
You didn't even know what the name of our podcast was called. So.
That's true. I don't know anything.
Wow.
It's not a podcast. It's like a video talk session.
Well, I mean, eventually I want to put it into a podcast.
Y'all want to see my dogs?
We don't have dogs.
No. Feet, toes. You ever heard something called dogs? Toes?
No.
You want to see my dogs?
No, I've never.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, there's the top comment. Not the asshole. I'm never a fan of people inviting themselves over to stay without asking. It sounds like she thinks you're going to keep putting her off, and honestly, it sounds like you want to. Explain that you have a lot going on and give her some dates that will work for you. So I think that's good because, getting dates, it might deter her from just showing up. 16-hour drive is quite a drive. Especially, who knows if this mom works or not. So.
She didn't ask beforehand, though. She kind of was just, like, jumping into it, assuming.
Yeah. And then this is the most disliked comment. This is such a dumb comment, too.
I want to hear it.
So he's being forced to choose by her, and he chose her. Do you want to live the rest of your life with this mama boy?
I agree.
I don't really necessarily agree with that. I think it's probably fine.
No, I agree. Like when it's I guess not for this instant, but
there's no choices. There's no choosing. You
always have to side with your wife, no matter what.
His mom is important to him.
Well, your significant other.
And it's not like it's a significant choice that is really going to affect their lives. It's a minor choice that's like, hey, I want to spend time with my mom.
But he did it without her knowledge.
I know, I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
So.
Just saying.
He's not a mama's boy, I swear. I wish.
And this is another dislike comment. You're the asshole. He was in a tough situation. He found a solution that keeps you out of it. Unless you want to see her. He is allowing you to stay for 9 days. Show some grace and suck it up.
I don't know. I don't agree with that because, now when we, fly out and I'll have you go see your friends by yourself sometimes just because I don't have the energy to, hear some dumb stuff sometimes. So that's why I'm like, oh.
Looking like his dog and pony show time. Wants to see them dogs.
You're really going to go on about this, huh?
I don't know. I just think it's funny that they're called dogs.
They're called piglets.
No, they're dogs.
They're little piglets, okay?
Okay, I think that one was pretty easy. Not too difficult to see.
Yeah.
There could be some middle ground where, there's compromise, but it's pretty last minute, so definitely annoying. I hate last minute.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
But yeah, not very controversial.
If my family was like, hey, we're all coming over, last minute, you'd be like, that's a little hasty.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that, but I would agree.
Because you need time for arrangements and stuff. Okay, I already talked about that.
Yeah. We'll end it here.
Okay.
Alright, show them the piglets.
No!
Alright,
you gotta subscribe to my OS.
No, we don't have OS in this
don't.
household.
We don't,
That's for the birds.
I'm trying to convince him. It's fine.
Yeah, it's just gonna be about dogs. And when I say dogs, it's just gonna be about feed.
OF. It doesn't have to be explicit content, I'm
just gonna paint my toenails and walk
Oh
around.
my gosh.
But
Nobody wants to see those.
It's just gonna be a close-up
you.
Of my feet going into different things, like sand and grass. Ooh.
Actually, our friend who likes
heated in here.
Okay, so our friend that likes
okay, let's end the video.
No.
Not even talking about
I'm sure he would love the sand stuff, but with actually nice.
I got them.
Oh,
hairy dogs.
Them hairy dogs. That's true. That's for sure true. Okay, I'm gonna
outro. Yes. The outro.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in to our channel where we talk about life and explore the depths of Reddit. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest post. Also, don't hesitate to drop your comments, suggestions, and your thoughts on these stories. Until next time.
Definitely can tell you're reading it from a script. Your face. Alright, bye guys.
I'm still reading it! Okay, until next time. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep on living.
Oh my god.
I spent a lot of time, like, trying to figure out what to... Yeah, okay. Anyway.